Hey there friends, Nibs again. Out here in the garage today doing a little bit of goofing around, and I wanted to do another kind of little review, little show and tell for you guys. I have a new, you guys already saw the title obviously, but this one is I think a pretty neat piece of daisy history. It's not one of the ones that just jumps right out of your mind when you think about Red Ryder or even a Buzz Barton, but this is a pretty cool one. Didn't get produced for very long, but just right after World War II. These were produced for just a short period of time, but I think it's a pretty neat gun. It really is a good shooting gun. We're going to go ahead and take a look at it. I haven't tore it down or anything yet. Really seems to be shooting pretty good, so I don't see any need to break something that isn't broken. But what we have here is a Daisy Model 155, or it says model number 155. I'll put a picture here of the roll stamp, and this one says Daisy Manufacturing Company, 1000 shot, Plymouth, Michigan, and it has a couple of patent numbers there, but pretty darn cool. So these, like I said, were just right after World War II ended. They began production. In some literature I read that they didn't begin production of any guns until 47, but everything I've read about this one said that it began production in 46. So, and this one here is actually a first year of production only gun, and I'll tell you why in a second. These were made between 1946 and 1953, and in 53 they stopped making them altogether. In 1946, only for the 1946 year, they actually had the cast iron cocking lever, and then in 47 through 49, I believe it was, they switched over to an aluminum cocking lever. Then they were discontinued for a couple of years, and then they were apparently reintroduced in 1953 or 52 and 53, and in 53 they were actually a painted surface instead of a blued surface. So this one here, pretty cool, is a first year of production one. So one of the other things that's kind of odd about this is everything that I read about other models said that ones that were pre-World War II would be cast iron levers, and all the guns that were produced after World War II would be aluminum levers. Got some really good examples of that. So some that are cast iron levers are, I have my Buzz Barton here. This one is an early Buzz Barton, probably 1931 vintage. This has a cast iron lever on it. Do one more cast iron one here. So another cast iron one would be, let's see, this one here. Well, this one's a Model B. This one's really old. So this is a Model B that is probably around 1920, 20-ish. And that one's a cast iron lever. I wanted to find one that was a little closer to World War II. Let's see here, maybe this, so this one is a 10136. So this one would have been made in 1936. Again, a cast iron lever. It's a little single shot. Drop one BB down the barrel at a time type of thing. So my really good example up here of a very close to that one in production, the 155, is my Daisy Red Ryder. And this particular Red Ryder was made in the 47 to 49 time frame, and this one has an aluminum cocking lever. So really lightweight aluminum cocking lever, but this one holds true to that post-World War II aluminum cocking lever. But so the 155 is kind of a weird oddball in that all the literature that you read about the Daisy guns, about talking about the cocking levers and stuff. But I don't know if they just had some left over from pre-World War II sitting in a bin, and they decided to use them up, and that's why they had these only on the 46s. But anyway, that is a pretty cool guy. When I got it, it was really kind of just crusted right over with just rust scale on there. I did a really easy conservation on this guy. I did not do a hard scrubbing at all. I just used some brass wool. I've seen some people using steel wool on some of these older guns. I would kind of shy away from that. If there's any bluing left at all on one of these guns, that steel wool is going to strip that right off, sure as shooting. But the brass wool is softer than the bluing and will not touch that, but it will take the rust off. When I got this Red Ryder, it was in almost as bad looking shape as this one as far as the rust scale on it, and that one looks like almost brand new now that I've cleaned it up with some brass wool and some gun oil. But anyway, I thought that was a pretty cool find. Got it for a pretty good price. Well well under what I think it was really worth. But I have it loaded up with a bunch of steel BBs here, and we're going to go ahead and I'm not going to keep you on for the whole can cut, but we're going to take a bunch of shots at this can and see how much damage we can do. Oh, that sounds pretty neat. It went in but didn't come out. It's interesting. It seems like it's shooting with enough power that it would go all the way through. I don't know. Ooh, I think that one went just to the left of it. There we go. I do believe this would still definitely be a leather seal gun. Which could be retrofitted with a synthetic if you wanted to down the road. But they do have leather seal kits available for these. I'll grab that can and see if some of those are going through it. Doesn't sound like there's a whole bunch of BBs in there. Maybe that first one just was running a little slow there. So the one thing I've noticed, so this is what they call a low pivot point gun. I'm not exactly sure what year they switched to the high pivot point. Let me see here. I have somewhere over here I have a it was staring me right in the face the whole time. But so this one is a model number 103. So they didn't go in order in any way, stretch, or form. But this is a model 103, which I think per a couple of different things I was able to figure out on this one that it was made in like 1959. And this one is what they call the high cocking point. So sometime before 1959, but that changed the geometry of the way these things cock by quite a bit. Very easy, much easier to cock the high pivot point ones than the low pivot point ones. You can see how much more force I got to put on that to And the springs are actually, I think, even heavier in those high pivot point ones. But let me grab that can and we'll see what kind of damage we did to it, and then we'll get out of here. Thought you guys would really appreciate seeing this old timer. Stand by. Alrighty, I am back, and there are a few BBs inside of there, but there were quite a few pass-throughs too. You can see here on the back side there's a bunch of punch-outs there, but there's like 5 or 6 BBs down inside there. They look okay. We'll shoot those another day. But that is pretty cool. Did a pretty good number on that can already. We'll put that back up and keep cutting it with some other stuff. But there you go, the Daisy number 155. Kind of an obscure one, really not a lot of information online about it. They did list this in the Blue Book of Airgun Values though, so, and that's where I found most of my information about it. This one's in pretty good shape. The buttstock has got a little bit of wear on it, and kind of cool. It does have some notch marks over here, so some kid back in the 50s was killing robins or killing squirrels or something, keeping track of his kills there. So that's pretty fun. But there you go. That is really pretty cool. Hope you guys liked the video. Till next time, have a great day.